Hello there everyone and welcome back to another episode of DML. So today we are going to be hatching the delicious looking burger dragon. It's very obvious which dragon this egg belongs to with his beef patty and everything else in here. Like, I've always said it, but how does a dragon produce an egg like that? It is, like, beyond me how, but... Anyway, it's the strangest thing. This trainer gave up eating meat years ago in solidarity with his dragons, but whenever he visits the burger dragon, his cravings return. So he is a plant, energy, and fire epic, so he's pretty decent for new players to use. He's kind of like an agave dragon, except he doesn't have the healing, but definitely an adorable little guy to add to our collection. We do have a single spot remaining for him, so there we go, 310 different species of dragons for us. So, well, we're getting ever so close to that 421, am I right? I mean, it's only like another 110 left to go, but, you know, it is what it is. But, little Drac here is deliciously adorable. I can't stop saying it, and it almost looks like he has, I don't know, butter for ears? Maybe that's just me. Are they meant to be like the seeds that you get on burgers? Although, he's got some on like the burger bun itself. I don't know what they're meant to be honest, but... Either way, he may be cute as a baby, but we want to level him up and take a look at his adult form. I mean, how ridiculous of an idea is this? I love dragons that are just so out there and so weird, so... I'm glad that we finally got to add him to our collection. Only about a day left, so I hope that you can breed him as well if you haven't already. Let's hope that the DML gods are going to be nice to everyone. And just while we're here, might as well try and rebreed it. Let's go! And 6 hours 23 is not going to be the dragon that we're looking for. But, anywho, might as well do the rest of our daily quests or whatever the heck we've got to do. I mean, it is like 3 AM, not gonna lie. I just got really annoyed at Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, and I sat there doing stupid Mantine, like the little blue water thingamabob racing, and I realized I was doing the wrong thing. So I've just wasted like a good, probably an hour and a half of my life, basically, so now I'm gonna come and waste some more playing DML, you know. But... I'm just joking there, but on top of everything else, there is currently a cool little bundle out for the Gem Dragon. So this guy, he does come around every so often and usually in bundles, but you get him, a habitat, and 270,000 food for £12. So it is one of the more expensive bundles, definitely more expensive than the Golden Dragons bundle. But if you're interested, that is definitely a thing. And with the Dragon's Delight, you can probably tell, but I have completely given up all hope. Like, I just got so annoyed with the RNG that I was getting during the event. I just literally gave up. I am not even gonna deny that I've practically just given up on this event. I mean, it's not that these events are impossible, don't get me wrong. It definitely depends on which bracket you're in. But just for the people that are in my bracket, I know that a couple of those people do pay quite a lot of money for dragons, so I know that I'm going to end up getting tempted to do the thing I did before, where I just suddenly put in a ton of money, or not a ton, like £5. Yeah, but here's me saying a ton of money equals to £5, like that's just not true, is it? But I know that some of the people in my bracket are willing to spend quite a bit to ensure that they get the dragons that they want. At least a couple of people, I'm not saying everyone in there. So, for now, I'm gonna give up on that whole shebang, as sad as that is. And again, on Android, it's more or less the same thing. And this always happens when you get, like, old event dragons, or maybe dragons that people couldn't get before. And I completely and totally get it. I'm not telling people not to spend, and I'm not saying, oh, go on witch hunt anyone that spends money. No, no, no. What I'm saying is, I just don't have the literal time to come back every 2 seconds and waste every single gem I have just to potentially get the Scarecrow Dragon out of the event. Like, I'm sure it'll come back eventually. So, for now in DML, we'll just be doing our everyday stuff, and, you know, whenever we do get the chance, I guess we'll use all of the event tokens that we have, or berries, whatever they want to call them, but, you know, if you are going for it, and maybe your bracket's not quite as competitive, then, you know, very best of luck to you. I mean, that did happen to us once before, but we still got screwed over, so I don't trust it anymore. Maybe I'm just scared to take the plunge. Just because of what happened to me last time. I mean, I definitely say that that's probable, because, you know, I don't want that experience to ever happen again. I don't want to lose any more events in the last 10 seconds. And that's the main reason why I wish Gameloft would make it, instead of only the top scoring person, make it, say, the top 3 or top 5. And the only reason I say that is because there's normally a massive difference between who comes first and who comes, like, 5th in events. You see it in solo events, you see it in weekend events. By solo events, I mean, like, the light events. But if you have a look at the leaderboard scores for people, normally the number 1 position person is way ahead of the others because they're trying to guarantee their spot. And that's basically what Dragons Delight ends up turning out to be. So, you know, maybe that's just me, but I really would prefer it if they just made it top 3. Like, I know that that's quite a lot of people, actually, extra that would end up getting the dragon, but how many people actually get it? Like, how many different brackets are there? I know there's, like, a few thousand, but do they really want to limit it to only, like, a few thousand people? Is there, like, 10,000 people potentially getting it? Does it really make that much of a difference? I mean, I guess so, otherwise they wouldn't do it, but, you know, I guess that's just me being salty. But anyway, we did manage to get our little Frostbite Dragon up to level 45 here, which means that we can upgrade the Shadow Temple. So, we'll go now, and it costs 43 million to upgrade this. Wabam! And then you know what this means? As soon as this 1 day and 15-hour timer is up, we can finally start upgrading Andy. It's been a very long wait. A very, very long wait. And the issue isn't with the whole, you know, getting the temples up. It's not just getting the temples up, because we also need to actually collect the food to feed Andy, which is another issue in itself. But, you know, I think we'll be alright. And Jesus, gosh, we have gone down a lot of ranking in the Enchantment League. If you hadn't noticed, I haven't done any enchantment fights for a little while. And by that I mean probably about a week. Legitimately, I have not touched enchantment fights in about a week. So, this is good. This is good for us, because the lower our ranking, the more likely it is that we can use the Clay Dragon, we can use the Hermes, we can use a Comet Dragon. Because normally, when I'm around higher ranking fights, we end up only being able to use Andy and our Lantern Dragon, which is really sad. And this guy has the Hellion. Is that his name? I think this one's the Hellion, isn't it? Unless I'm going insane, but it's just sad. Like, I wonder what level this person is. I wonder if they got it naturally just by, like, collecting enough chests, or if they, like, bought the bundle with the divines in it. Curious. I mean, despite what people said about the divine event, a bunch of people were like, no one's gonna spend that amount of money getting the divines. And then, like, half an hour later during the divine event, like, as soon as the chest came out, I'd seen, like, 10 different people that had bought the bundle, or, like, put in the money to get all the chests and that. So, you know, at the end of the day, there is a massive difference between the players in this game that do and do not spend any money. I'm kind of in the middle, especially now since I rarely put any money on this game. Pretty much the only thing I put on is the clam, and that is it. I don't really find a use to putting on anything else anymore. I mean, obviously, if I wanted to put on all the money in the world, I could artificially just boost myself, like, super high by, like, opening all the enchantment chests I wanted, immediately getting all the trinkets and that I need, and obviously I could put in food and speed it up if I wanted to actually spend millions of gems, but you don't really need it in this game. As long as you do your fights every day, you end up progressing so quickly anyway that I usually end up finding gems pretty useless in terms of natural progression, and it's normally like event stuff and, you know, weekend events and stuff like that that gems seem to be more useful to me. But, you know, everything in this game requires gems, and, you know, it's not the world revolves around money, the world revolves around gems in DML land, so I don't know, if I had $1 million, maybe I'd put on like 1,000 over time into this game. Maybe. Maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't. Maybe instead I'd donate it to the poor people that need it, rather than DML, but you know, it's one of those things where it's like, just think about how much money you waste on utter tripe. Like, how many of you have bought something and thought, why the heck did I buy that? Did I actually need that? Probably not. You know, that happens quite frequently, and in games like this, especially where you can get consumables and stuff like that, it's a lot more tempting to pay for things, because, you know, you can buy stuff with money, like you can buy good food, but good food, you eat it, and then it's gone. Whereas, if you put money into a mobile game like this, you're probably going to have your game up for like another year, 2 years, however long the servers stay up, so I guess it feels like more of an almost investment to some people. I don't know. I don't even know why I'm discussing this so in depth, it's just, you know, it got me intrigued. Got me severely intrigued. It's like, why do you buy gems? What is it that makes you buy gems on this game but not other games? Or what makes you waste, or not, it's not really wasting, but what makes you spend money on this game instead of like buying food or random other stuff, realistically? I don't know. I mostly do it for the sake of videos and that, because otherwise, you know, some videos like pack openings that I've done in the past wouldn't exist. That's the main reason I do it, and plus, whatever I make out of DML, obviously I can put something back into it, but I don't get it for just really casual players, honestly. Maybe I'm the complete idiot here. I don't know, but either way, having that hat there was annoying me, so I'm gonna do that. We have 2,300 berries still left to use. I'm sure I'll end up never using them anyway. Actually, who's in the top spot at the moment? Let's have a look. 119 to 99. They already have 119 points. Although I guess that's kind of normal progression because the event's only like a day and a half left. I think I've just ignored it way too much. Whoopsie doodles! And what's this? Oh, the new dragon of the week, I see. I see. Well, we'll take a closer look at that guy tomorrow, because like I said, it is currently 3:30 AM. I do need to sleep at some point. But for now, thanks a ton for watching, and until next time, I will see you then.